Hello friends, welcome to this session of Chinese culture. Today I'm very happy to have two of my international students, Ali and Mina, with me.
Hello, marhaba, ni hao. My name is Muhammad Al-Masoudi and my Chinese name is Ali. I am from Yemen and I am doing PhD here in Communication University of China. I'm really happy today because we are here to get more knowledge about the Chinese culture. Thank you.
Hi, 你好，我叫米娜，我来自巴基斯坦，我在中国传媒大学读小学，我的专业是跨文化教育，所以我对中国文化非常感兴趣。
Okay, so Ali and Mina, now as you can see, I've got a small collection of dried tea leaves here. So when you see this, and what do you think of? And have you got any questions?
Yeah, when I look at the Chinese tea, it is always coming to my mind many questions. One of these basic questions, who discovered the Chinese tea?
Okay, so the first person who discovered the tea was believed to be Shen Nong. So he was believed to be the legendary god of Chinese culture and Chinese herbal medicine, right? So the legendary had it that one day on his trip to a distant place, he was very tired, and he fell asleep. He lay down and fell asleep, but during that time, the water was boiling, and he boiled some water to drink, and a fresh tea leaf fell down from the tree beside him and into the pot. And then after he awake, he drank the liquor, and he felt so refreshing. So he felt this liquor was so good, so nice. Okay. So he was the first person who discovered the medical functions of tea, and then he discovered it was a beverage, right? He also discovered that it was a good beverage for people, right?
Wow, that was really great. Yeah. And what about there are a lot of knowledge about Chinese tea and about the variations of Chinese tea and the processing of Chinese tea. Is there any recordings for that, or has anybody written about it in the history?
Yeah, sure. So the person who wrote the first monograph on tea was called Lu Yu. He was a monk. He, as a young guy, he prepared tea for his master, and he could prepare it, with excellent skills. And his master just liked the tea prepared by him.
Wow.
And afterwards, he wrote a book on tea, and in that book, he talked about how tea should be processed, how tea should be planted, how tea should be prepared, boiled, and served. And all the ideas and theories laid down in that book have shaped the whole Chinese tea ceremony and the Chinese tea culture, I think.
Wow.
So
it's a great book. It's a great value book.
Very great, and it is still very influential today. We are still studying it. Scholars are still studying it, right?
Great.
I want to ask about the types of leaves. How many types are available?
Well, what do you think?
No.
So do you think at least?
Maybe.
Yeah, I've got a small collection here, but China is a large country. We have got many places where tea could be planted. Tea can be produced, processed in different ways. So we have got different varieties. We have got great varieties of teas here. Right. And here I've got some. Let me show you. So
They look beautiful, madam.
They look beautiful.
Yeah.
They have got beautiful shapes, right? Yeah. They have got beautiful names first, right? For example, this one is called 雀舌. 雀舌 means bird tongue, right? Because it resembles the shape of a bird tongue, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see that?
Yeah.
And this name is 碧螺春. 碧螺春, 碧 means green. Okay. 螺 means the snail, the shape of snail, and 春 means spring, right? So 碧螺春 means, you know, the tea it's produced, processed, picked in the spring, and it is drunk. It's supposed to be drunk in the springtime. Okay. Yeah. So this is a beautiful name was given by an emperor. Wow. It is said so. And this is a 铁观音. It has got its own name. Okay. 铁 means iron. It's very heavy because yes, it's heavy. And 观音 means just like Buddha, you know, shape is very meditative state. Okay, so people use this beautiful name to convey their connotations, their ideals. They think that when they drink this tea, they will just like, you know, they will get the insight and wisdom of the Buddha. Okay, that way, yeah. And this one is called 金骏眉. 金 means golden, and then 骏 means smart. Okay, mei is just like this is bro-like. Yeah. Anyway, all the beautiful words are given to the name. Right, of
and
this
it looks beautiful.
Yes, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Yes. Okay, this is called pu'er. Looks very different, the shape, right? Yeah. Pu'er. Pu'er is the place name. Pu'er is one famous place in Yunnan province because this is this is only produced in Yunnan province. Yeah. So, just now we talked about the names, right? Now let's look at the categories. What groups, what classes do they belong to? You know, we have different categories of teas in China. For example, these two are characterized into green tea, right? Because they both look green, yes. The color. And this one is oolong tea. It's not very green, a little bit, it's greener, right? Greenish. Right. It's not very green, so it's different from green tea. And this is black tea. Black tea is fermented tea. And actually, this one is between the green one and the red one. Yes. In terms of the level of fermentation. Yeah. And this one is not any of them. It's just called pu'er. It's a very special variety because it's enduring, it's lasting, and after 10 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, it can be still very tasty, right? I mean the liquor, the tea liquor.
It keeps its original taste for a long time.
Yeah, okay. So that's why people say the green tea are just like young ladies and young boys. They are refreshed, they look fresh, they look youthful, they look energetic. So green teas are good for the springtime. Okay. This oolong tea is just like a middle-aged man and woman and experienced, warm. Okay. So they will bring warmth to us. So it is good. This is good for people during autumn time, I think, right? And this black tea and this pu'er tea, right? So they are said they're just like, you know, aged men and women, experienced, insightful, perhaps, right? Yeah. So when we drink this tea liquor, we will become wiser, right? Just like old people. Okay.
So wisdom, we can say wisdom in there.
Yes, yeah, wisdom. And Chinese philosophy, right? Because, for example, this green tea is one of the most popular variety. Why? Because they look greener, right? So it means that it's closer to nature.
Right.
Yeah. So the tea liquor tastes more natural. So Chinese people like that because according to Chinese philosophy is man and nature are in one, right?
Yes.
Okay, a good combination.
Right. Right.
Okay.
And by the way, I have to say that the old fellow here, it lost more wisdom, and there is a saying in English that is saying that old is gold.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Yes, very good interpretation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.